attitude of that team. Go and watch the attitude of teams that have won tournaments that have been consistent. They don't condone that. Only Watkins for 20 minutes in this game before he was he even subbed? He kept strolling around the pitch. His attitude was just shocking, and that is how Liverpool, Aston Villa conceded the second goal. The second goal came because not just only Watkins, there were a few other players that did not put pressure on the ball, and Liverpool ran to that midfield and got that goal. So
watch Friendship TV right now.
Transit Sports TV, Liverpool 2, Aston Villa 0 at Anfield. Arguably the biggest game of the weekend, considering the form of these two teams and the league table as well. You know, Liverpool have now lost 6 games in 7 all competition, and I think 4 straight EPL losses, and we are really drifting down the table. Before this game, Arsenal had played earlier, and they were 10 points behind Arsenal, so they needed to win this game. Aston Villa on the other side, after their very shaky start to the season, had gone their last 5 games. They had only 1 loss, and that loss was not even in the EPL. So they had won 4 straight games in EPL coming into this game. So they needed a win in this game to consolidate their position on the table, while Liverpool needed to get out of this losing streak. And boy, did they do that today. So we're going to break this one in, looking at how Arne Slot has insisted that this is Liverpool team should play, how they play, the risk they took, could Aston Villa were able to take advantage of that, and obviously Aston Villa, for me, what the high point for me on them today was the attitude. We're going to look at that as well, and a few other tactical things we discovered in this one. 5 things we learned from Liverpool 2, Aston Villa 0 at Anfield. First of all, don't forget to subscribe if you are new on this station, like, and please share this video. Let's grow this channel, and most importantly, let me know what you think about my view on this game. Like I said, I was not going to miss watching this game today because there was so much hanging on it. Questions were already beginning to be asked about Arne Slot and his tactics, and today somehow, he got the 3 points. He got this monkey off his back, to continuously losing games. But I'm going to let you know a few concerns. They say old habits never go away. So let's break this down. Like I said, Liverpool has had a very bad form coming into this game, and they needed to win this game at all costs. The game started, and I noticed straight up the same attitudes, the same way Liverpool have been playing. They are taking this risk, and I don't think this is sustainable. Liverpool were pressing with 5-6 players up front. Callister, Soboslai, we are joining Salah, Gakpo, and Ekitike to press Aston Villa. And by the 22nd minute, Aston Villa was supposed to be like 2 goals up if they were clinical enough, because they were able to play through that press. And Liverpool were not really applying that press with the risk they are taking ferociously. So Aston Villa were able to play through them, and a couple of times or 3 times they went through, because what happens is, okay, you have 11 men on the pitch, 5 players press. Sometimes they were even 6 actually, leaving the midfield wide open and the back 4. So once Aston Villa got through those press, they were able to run through the midfield and had shots on goal. But obviously they were not clinical and could not take control of that. But the good side of this setup came up because Aston Villa kept trying to play out from back, and Liverpool kept doing what they were doing. So there are 2 ways to look at this. You can say, yes, you be loyal to the way you want to play. But I think that Liverpool, losing so many games on a straight, should be a little bit more cautious in the way they approach games. But somehow it paid off. Aston Villa became casual, became careless, because they felt they were easily playing through Liverpool. And on one of those occasions, Emi Martinez, one of the leaders in the team, was very, very careless and just gifted Salah his 250th goal for Liverpool. Now becoming one of the legends. In fact, he is already a legend, but becoming one of the 3 Liverpool players in history to score 250 goals for the club. And so it was an iconic goal for Salah today, and what a gift that was. Like I said, Arne Slot needs to revisit his tactics, and he's not just letting 4 or 5 players press up top, but what I'm worried about is the freedom that he gives Gravenberch. He came back today after his little injury layoff, and McAllister, which of them that is playing that 6th position, to even, I saw Gravenberch so many times carry the ball, go past the midfield, and leaving a massive hole in the middle of Liverpool. So I don't think, they got their win today, but I don't think this stack is sustainable. And another thing that happens is that when this happens, you see all the time the center halves being the ones to cover the fullbacks when they're out of position. And this is another big issue that Liverpool has had so far. And I saw that today in this game. If Villa were to be a more serious team and more clinical, they probably would have won this game or gotten something out of it. Because if you have a pivot in the midfield that stays in front of your center half, even when you attack, if you lose ball in transition, the ball breaks, and your 2 or 3, leader of your fullbacks are out of position. It's the 6 that is supposed to go there to cover that hole while the rest of the team come back. But because there's nobody there, Van Dijk and Kanouté are always forced to go wide to help the players. Okay, Kakes did not play today. You still had Robo there. Still, it was happening. So it wasn't a Kakes thing. It's been a system thing. And I no longer blame the players, because for Arne Slot to be saying this and still allow it to go on, which means that's the way he sees football, the way he wants to play football. But I mean, if I can see it, I'm very sure that other coaches out there are seeing it as well, because this is not sustainable. It is not. So I think Arne Slot needs to rethink this. Liverpool have got their goal today, but I don't think the way they approach games are sustainable. Let's talk about Aston Villa. I think Unai Emery got his game plan spot on, but I am really, really, really mad at the players, especially Oli Watkins. His attitude today sucked the hell out of that game today. At some point, he stopped pressing, and for me, I believe he cost Aston Villa the second goal. And just before Emery was to make his changes, that happened, and he just killed the game. You could see Emery's reaction. He was practically hitting the ground, because Oli Watkins was not putting pressure on Liverpool at all. Once he loses the ball, there was one time he made a run and the pass did not come. He just was thrown around for a few seconds. He wasn't interested. And this is the reason why teams win trophies. People are saying Arsenal is going to win the league this season, though it's too early to say that. But go and watch the attitude of that team. Go and watch the attitude of teams that have won tournaments, that have been consistent. They don't condone that. Oli Watkins, for 20 minutes in this game, before he was he even subbed? He kept strolling around the pitch. His attitude was just shocking. And that is how Aston Villa conceded the second goal. The second goal came because not just Oli Watkins, there were a few other players that did not put pressure on the ball, and Liverpool ran through that midfield and got that goal. So yeah, Unai Emery, I don't think I have anything to really fault him about, but except for the players' attitude today. But I believe that he should have subbed Oli Watkins earlier than he did, because if you saw when Sancho what's his name, Marlin, came into the game, they applied pressure, and Liverpool a little bit were pushed back into their half. So yeah, that's how I see the game, and I believe that Aston Villa kind of would have got something out of this game if the players had a different kind of attitude. All the players were not on the same vein. They were playing at different frequencies, especially Oli Watkins and a few players in front, and that cost Aston Villa that game today. One more thing I am going to talk about is, like I said, the carelessness of Aston Villa players. It was really shocking today. I don't expect any professional player to apply themselves that way. And another bad side of this game today for Aston Villa was that Means coming as a sub and had to leave because he pulled his hamstring. So yeah, Liverpool has won the game, but I don't think the way they're approaching games is sustainable. I don't think Liverpool is going to get out of this mess if they continue to play like this, because they didn't look strategic at all. Even when they were leading 2-0, they were still pouring forward. You can say what you want to say. If you meet teams that are well structured and have great attitude, you're not going to get away with it. And this is why they have lost so many games this season already. Yeah, but kudos to them. Let's see if this is going to pump them up and get them in winning ways. But I still don't feel that Arne Slot has got this team playing the right way they should play to get them wins or good results. So let me know what you think. Do you think Liverpool did you like what you saw today, or do you agree with me on the position, what I'm saying, that Liverpool tactically, I don't think they are properly set up to win games and win serious games? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like the video. And I'll see you again next time.